Hey, Michael here with Success for Others, and today we're going to kind of piggyback last week's message of basic introduction to maintenance agreements. I mean, if you remember last week we talked about how one technician in your company should be able to generate somewhere around $70,000 of additional revenue a year just in promoting and selling maintenance agreements to the customers that they're already seeing and already servicing. And so that's a huge start, and we talked about the benefits of that last week. So let's build upon that. Let's go to that next step. So now you've got this customer service base. You've got these loyal customers that have you out to their home year in and year out, once or twice a year, to maintain their system and to really have you go through a thorough inspection. So now what we want to do is we want to focus on how do we get the customers involved. I mean, most companies talk about and really promote prepaid maintenance agreements where you collect all of it up front. And today I want to at least plant the seed where we talk about maybe we should take that investment of $195 or $235 or whatever it is you charge for your maintenance agreement program now. Maybe you divide that by 12 equal payments and come up with a monthly investment rather than a total investment. And the reason why I think that is super important and has a big benefit is for a number of reasons, but we make it first and foremost easy for the customer to invest in us. I mean, let's face it, how much did you pay last year on your mortgage? How much did you pay last year on your car payment or your cell phone bill or your cable or DirecTV bill? I mean, we just don't know those numbers off the top of our head. Everybody is wired or hardwired on monthly investments. We all know what we paid last month for our car payment or for our mortgage payment or for our cell phone bill or cable bill or whatever have you, but it's really hard for us to come up with an annual cost for that or an annual investment. So first and foremost, it speaks to the way that most of us are hardwired. We're budgeted monthly. We know what we have at the end of every month in terms of excess. And so, if you come to me with an investment that's only $27 or $34 or $44 per month, that is much more attractive to me, the consumer, than $235 or $315 or $195 that I got to stroke a check for today. So I'm going to encourage you today to really look at a monthly investment or a monthly residual program. And in addition to making it easy for the customer, it's also better for your business, and mainly from a cash flow standpoint. And here's why. Let's say you have 1,000 people signed up to a monthly residual maintenance agreement plan, right? You have 1,000 customers that chose this option, and they're all paying, I don't know, $30 a month for that program. Well, 1,000 times 30, right? I mean, that's a big number. At the end of the day, what is that, $30,000? $30,000 a month getting deposited into your account on the 1st or 15th of every month or whatever day you decide to make that transaction go live. But $30,000 a month, boom, dropped into your account month in and month out. And this has nothing to do with the seasonality of our business, has nothing to do with supply and demand, has nothing to do with upselling, has nothing to do with better communication. It simply changes the way that we get people involved with a maintenance agreement program. So monthly investments are just a win-win-win. I mean, if you know what your company's nut is, if you know what you need to cover overhead and direct costs in your business right now, I would encourage you to take whatever that number is, divide it by an average monthly investment that you could offer to your clients rather than them stroking a check in full, and that will give you a number. That will give you the number of maintenance agreements you need to hit whatever that desired budget number is, or what I call the nut. So, that should then become the goal of the organization. We need to get this number of people signed up on monthly agreement plans so that no matter what the weather, no matter what the economy, no matter what the political situation, no matter what the external forces are that we have no control over, have on our business, we are guaranteed to always be bringing in the amount of money required to keep the doors open, to keep the lights on, and keep our qualified, talented people installed and providing for their families, which is our financial responsibility as a business owner. is to make sure that not only our external customers are being taken care of, but also our internal customers, our employees. So, this is just a very, very good way to look at it. It's a way a lot of your larger, best contractors across the country are shifting towards this more of this type of model. And the reasons are obvious. I mean, increased cash flow, even in the down months, stable residual income month in and month out. It's a guarantee deposit into your account. Now, I will say this, if you have the option of doing it on a credit card or running this through a bank account, I would encourage you to always choose the bank account when the customer is comfortable with it. I mean, give them the option. If they want to give you a credit card, by all means take it. But at the end of the day, if you can get the bank account information, have them void out a check, that's much stronger than a credit card. And the reason is credit cards expire every 3 or 4 years, some 2 years. And once that expiration date elapses, what happens is we have to call that customer and say, hey, this is Michael with XYZ Heating and Cooling, and we need to get the new expiration date on that credit card to continue billing that account X amount of dollars a month. And it gives your customers an opportunity to go, well, I don't really think we need to renew that. Let's just go ahead and cancel it. And that's never a good thing. So it depends on when we make that phone call and what their personal situation is, and their financial situation at that given time is going to dictate whether or not they renew or not. When you do it through a bank account, there is no expiration date. It just continues to be a residual charge that hits their account unless they close that account down. If they physically close that account down, then of course you'd have to call them and get new account information. But again, it's just something to think about, something that makes a lot of sense. And I would strongly encourage that if you're not offering a monthly investment program, it's really not much change to what you're doing now. Figure out what the monthly payment would be that's comfortable for people, that correlates with your existing biannual or annual maintenance program. Divide those numbers by 12. That'll give you a rough idea as to where you need to be in what ballpark. And then just put it on your maintenance agreement flyers and just say, hey, you have the option of either, $189, $215, $320 prepaid, or we could do the same exact thing for only $39.99 a month. And oh, by the way, when you sign up for the easy payment plan, the first month is free, so it really isn't going to cost you anything for the first 30 days. Is that something you might be interested in? And really just give the customer the option. If they choose it, it's awesome. If they don't choose it and they just want to write you a check, hey, you still win. There's no difference in business now. So again, monthly investments are something that you're going to want to look at if you haven't already done so. You contact your financial institution. It's a basic form. They can email it to you. You can probably download it online. It really doesn't increase any amount of paperwork. Turn that into accounting. Once that's set up and you get the start date, it's done. It's all automatically taken care of for you, so it's not an accounting nightmare. It actually is easier for your business to keep track, as well as easier for your customers to sign up. And you know what? It just doesn't get any better than that. So any questions on monthly investments and maintenance programs, please feel free to reach out to us. If you haven't already signed up for Success For You News, please go to our website and do that now, or you can contact us through our website at www.success4others.com. Shoot us an email with any questions, drop us a phone call. We'd be happy to help you. And if you haven't connected with us on Facebook or LinkedIn, please do so now as well. Thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you have a wonderful week.